A modern e-commerce storefront functions as a multi-layered digital construct. To manage this operational complexity, Shopify built Sidekick, an active algorithmic integration layer within the CMS, designed to execute tasks across the entire store environment. Scaling a store effectively requires moving away from manual interface navigation toward natural language processing, where plain text instructions trigger deterministic code execution. This illustrates NLP as a compilation layer. When you input a request, the system translates that intent into structured schema code to modify the underlying database. Reliability in this system requires treating prompting as multi-parameter constraint engineering, providing the AI with strictly defined boundaries rather than casual requests. We will now dissect the 12 Sidekick modules by grouping them into 3 distinct cybernetic subsystems. Approaching a storefront as a programmable system allows a single operator to manage complex design and logic tasks, increasing output without increasing headcount. Subsystem Alpha manages the front end, theme customization, custom block generation, and content creation. Before prompting, the operator uses the Click to Customize feature. Selecting a specific element in the theme editor provides the AI model with the necessary spatial context to make accurate changes. This terminal displays prompt architecture for a custom hero section block. To ensure accuracy, instructions are divided into 3 categories: layout, settings, and styling. The layout parameters define the structure, requiring a full-width background and explicit targets for the primary call-to-action links. Next, the prompt defines dynamic settings. The operator specifies a background image picker, color controls, and opacity toggles, so the component remains adjustable in the future. Finally, the prompt applies styling constraints. These instructions prioritize responsive design and mandate specific text shadows to ensure readability across all devices. The AI generates HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and JSON schema, depositing code directly into the block directory. This constraint methodology applies to SEO metadata. An effective prompt defines keywords and enforces limits, like a 160-character maximum for meta descriptions. By utilizing these explicitly constrained prompts, the operator restricts the model's creative variance, producing stable front-end assets that align with the required technical schema. Moving deeper into the complex store architecture, we enter Subsystem Beta, the nodal logic network of Shopify Flow. Here, Sidekick translates plain text requests into Boolean logic to automate business routing. This terminal shows the mandatory syntax for automation. Every prompt must start with a trigger, in this case, an order being placed. Following the trigger, you define the conditions. These must use precise mathematical thresholds, such as identifying orders with a total value greater than $500. The final component is the action. This dictates the deterministic output, such as applying a VIP tag to the customer profile and sending an internal alert. A live order data packet enters the flow architecture and strikes the primary trigger gate. It reaches the condition gate, evaluating order data against the Boolean threshold. The logic then routes the packet to the final execution phase, activating action notes. This logic also applies to database querying for customer segmentation. You can engineer segments using nested and/or conditions, isolating users based on geographic location and the duration of their inactivity. Replacing manual sorting with automated Boolean routing allows a storefront to process high-volume transactions and segment users instantaneously. The final layer is Subsystem Gamma, telemetry, diagnostics, and conversion rate optimization. This HUD displays how Sidekick interfaces with ShopifyQL, allowing for the extraction of multidimensional analytics without requiring the operator to write manual code. A successful analytics query requires an explicit time frame and specific data dimensions, such as acquisition channel or geographic region. The prompt must also explicitly name the required metrics, such as total revenue and average order value, to generate an accurate report. To move from data extraction to optimization, the operator must feed the AI an accurate historical baseline. A high-leverage CRO prompt includes the store's current average order value, conversion rate percentages, and existing shipping thresholds. Using that baseline, the AI identifies friction points, like drop-offs at the checkout node. Based on AOV data, it inserts an optimal product bundling threshold to stabilize flow. It then generates external recovery architecture, specifying timing for sequential abandoned cart emails. Effective CRO requires feeding the AI exact operational states to generate these targeted interventions. The final phase moves the storefront from manual task execution toward an autonomous command library. The /save skill command compiles complex constraint prompts into single-action keyboard shortcuts. This creates a permanent macro within the store's architecture, allowing operators to trigger complex logic instantly. Sidekick Pulse represents the shift from reactive prompting to proactive algorithmic monitoring. This central node pulls in Shopify network intelligence, analyzing market trends against internal store data without requiring a manual query. When the system identifies an opportunity, it alerts the operator with personalized recommendations based on real-time market shifts. We have traced the journey from translating natural language into code to setting up Boolean automation to establishing a proactively monitored storefront. High-conversion e-commerce favors operators who treat their stores as programmable systems. Mastery of digital commerce relies on the precise architectural constraint of artificial intelligence.